this was the first reaction, shock. Shock because in our mind everything is totally connected with the UK.
Non scherziamo, eh?
Obviously. This decision is a decision. Brexit is Brexit.
Poi che dialetto è che parla, che schifo?
The people of UK decided the way for the future. Now the situation is that we can and we have to build the best alliance between UK and EU for the future, because we will be the best friends for the next years. And at the same time, I think this decision could push European leaders to invest in a new way for Europe.
Che figura di merda.
I tried.
Stia zitto!
With an article, with the initiative, with the political process. But what the problem was one problem.
Che te la vinde il culo.
Obviously. When David Cameron decided to use referendum to solve some internal problem of the Conservative Party, this was the problem.
Immagina. Poi.
We cannot use the foreign affairs to solve internal problems. The decision of British people is a bad decision in my mind, and I'm sad for that.
E sti cazzi.
At the same time, there is a sentiment of sadness. So the mood is emotionally a sad mood.
C'è un'interferenza!
Democracy is not an asset for this continent. British people, British government will decide to open Article 50. I think we will work as soon as possible in only one way to solve every problem, but will be impossible give to British people more rights than the other people out of EU.
Non devi dire cazzate.
Interesting debate, because this debate will be a debate about the concept of rules in EU.
È un coglione.
Obviously.
Do you think that more should have been done to try to keep the UK on board? Because, you know, you said you couldn't imagine an EU without the UK. Now you are going to have an EU without the UK. Shouldn't more have been done? Okay. So we're clearly talking about the freedom of movement here, right? I mean, so there are those in the United Kingdom who would like to stay, have very good access to the single market, but they don't want to allow the freedom of movement, so the ability for all EU citizens to have access to the labour market. And aren't you asking for flexibility in the Eurozone? Couldn't you allow flexibility for the UK when it comes to freedom of movement?
I think this is a very shock. Because shock. Because shock.
I'm so happy because today Italy is in very good hands. Mario Draghi is a special man. He served as a governor of Italian banks and president of ECB.
C'è il ministro!
A lot of people think
You better think about what's trying to do to me, yeah. Think. Let your mind go, let yourself be free.
that was not good strategy when I opened a political crisis during pandemic. But I think, that is my view, exactly in this pandemic, Italy had an unbelievable chance to change everything. And Mario Draghi probably is the best man to serve as prime minister in this moment. So
Se la vinge il culo.
exactly that is the priority. I don't think I had a plan. I'm sure now Italy have a dream, and this dream is in the hands of Mario Draghi.
Tenere lontano dalla portata dei bambini.
Mario Draghi was the Italian who saved the euro. Now I think will be the European who will save Italy. Mario Draghi will be able to create a cabinet to achieve the vote of confidence and probably in the next year to transform our country, because our country is unbelievable, is magnificent. We have a lot of problems with the politics, but we are a great country.
Vaffanculo! Vaffanculo! V-A-F-F-Culo!
I don't call early election. I'm not responsible for early election.
Non scherziamo,
I'm not only responsible for the decision of Mario Draghi because the kingmaker is the President of the Republic, Sergio Mattarella, not myself.
Ragazzi, ma come cazzo si fa?
But I'm so proud to have now Mario Draghi in the leadership of the government, and I consider impossible to call early election before 2023.
E sti cazzi!
I don't care about polls. I care about ranking of jobs and statistics and about economy. That is the difference, because populists think only about polls. Politicians think about ranking of statistics, economic, and jobs.
The problem is we live in a global world, and for that my request is please to my friends of the other European countries, and let me be very clear also to American guys, please don't make the same mistakes of undervaluation of the risk, because a lot of people, for example, decide also in France last week or in UK or in Germany to go, for example, to theater, to museum, because the reaction is, don't be afraid, we go to theater. This is a good reaction when there is an attack of terrorists. We show our resilience. But when there is a virus, we have to avoid to stay in public places. So don't waste time. Italy wastes time, and this was a mistake. Please, France, Germany, UK, Spain, we have to absolutely avoid the risk to waste time.
I believe we need a global coordination, because in the globalized world, pandemic event is the
when you try your best
this demonstration of how little is our planet. Of course, it's not easy. If we check on YouTube a very good speech from Bill Gates 4 years ago about exactly that point, the world is not ready for the next pandemic event, we can understand how big is the problem. But if every country decide alone, we haven't the possibility to solve the problem as soon as possible. So China was the first country, was the first problem, and President Xi Jinping worked to block with the Chinese way. China is not a democracy. There is not a problem of respect of constitution as in the Western community. Then South Korea. South Korea used technology, ICT, big data to block that. Then Italy, but Italy is only the first of all Europe. And then the United States. We have to work together. We cannot say, USA are better than other all at the same time. This is a problem of China, is not a problem of Europe. No. It's a problem of everyone. I explained that message to my old colleagues in European Union. Please, if we continue to think that is only a problem of Italy, you will be the next. And that is a great problem for everyone.
Signore e signori, prego, guardate qui. Ok.